Hey, beautiful magic. We gonna do. You missed the last couple of lives. Yeah, I noticed you wasn't here. You okay? Hey, Christopher. Hey, Trisha. Ooh, honey. I can't pronounce your name. Is it Zarnell? Is it Zarnell? Because I know the X is usually a Z. Thank you, Christopher. So, honey, Miss Jada released her red table talk, and Will was, of course, there to support her. And I'm very glad that he was. I really am. Because I think that this goes to show that people can have a bad relationship and make it work. So, uh, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith released a table talk, was really Jada's uh, table talk show on Facebook, Red Table Talk. And she came to the table to speak about her relationship with August Alsina, what everybody has been talking about last week or, whenever. I seen a lot of people literally come out the bushes as card readers and spiritualists wanting to speak and do readings about this situation. And I don't know. I just really didn't uh, want to do it then because I felt that the majority of people that were doing it were not actually reading the cards. They were reading their opinions about the situation. And our opinions about this whole situation is going to be totally different from Jada and Will's opinion because they are living the situation. This is their marriage, this is their relationship, this is their life. So Jada did admit that she was in a relationship with August Alsina. She admitted it. I mean, I never thought that he was lying when he came out and said what he said. I never thought he was lying. I thought he should have kept his mouth shut, but I never thought that he was lying. So she did say that she had a relationship with him. Her and Will were separated, and from the way they make it sound, on the verge of a divorce. They weren't together. So she said basically what I thought, and I said in my other video that she was trying to help him get well. She said in her table talk that he was sick and she was trying to fix him. There goes that huge age gap. The 40 something year old woman and this 20 something year old man. There has to be something there other than sex. A lot of you people think that sex rules all relationships. We don't all thrive off of just sex. And you believe that because your mind is so immature and that you're so sex driven, you feel like older women thrive off of sex and use sex, this whole cougar mentality. Older women use sex to throw it on these young vulnerable. These boys ain't vulnerable. They want sex as much as the older women. But there's always another component, I feel, when you see these older women with these really young guys, there is always a nurturing component in there. Jada never saw August Alsina as her equal in the relationship they had. She never saw him as her equal. And you will never have a successful relationship with someone that you does not see as your equal. I see my husband as my equal. He is in his 50s. I'm in my 50s. We are on the same playing field spiritually, mentally, and physically. He is my equal in this marriage. Jada was having a problem with Will. They were having issues. They were separated. She got with this young man first, trying to help him with his medical situations, trying to get him a doctor. And it seems like he had an addiction compounded onto the fact that he had some very serious medical conditions. So she was trying to help him. And in that help, they had a relationship. Okay. So she said there was never um, Will never gave August permission, basically, to be with his wife. Jada said, can't no man give another man permission to be with me because this is my body and I make the decisions on, what goes on here. And I believe her about that. I think that they got into this relationship and August really fell in love with Jada. And Jada really don't seem like the person that anybody should fall in love with. You can fall in love with her, but just know that she's not going to be with you completely. I don't even think that Jada to this day, is with Will completely. I think they just have an understanding. I think Jada is just one of those free spirits that technically shouldn't have got married. She's a free spirit. She is a free bird. She will love you until she don't. That's how some birds are. When you go to the pet store and buy a bird, there are some of them that you can let them out the cage and they will, fly around and come back to you. But there are some birds that are hell bent on getting away. If you make a mistake and open that cage door, they're gone and they will not return because they never wanted to be caged in the first place. And I feel like that's Jada. She said she was unhappy with Will. She was broken as a person. Yeah, she was a caged up animal. That part or that time in her life, that wasn't what she wanted. And I was like that when I was young. I would get in relationships with people, they would fall in love with me, and I would quickly decide, oh my God, this person is in love. Let me get the hell away from them. I was not ready for that. And I was the sweetest person in the world, the best girlfriend you could ever have. Bring you lunch, cook for you, come to your house, clean up your house, do everything. But once you told me that you loved me, you would scare me and I would be ready to head for the hills. That happened with Jada. That wasn't what she wanted. And it was what he wanted, and he really thought, okay, I got her. She didn't got away from Will. She is mine. And Jada was like, no, I'm not. And when she told him that she wasn't, she broke his heart, and she said he stopped talking to her. And so she felt, okay, well, dodge that bullet. I done got away from you. Good. Don't call me and I won't call you. And years later, he comes out wanting to tell his story because he was still hurt. He was still hurt. He is a lover scorned. He was still hurt. Poor thing. I feel for him. Because he probably got a lot of things from Jada. That nurturing, that caring, that love that a mother gives you. Because some of y'all men be out here looking for your girlfriends to be your mama, your wife to be your mama. We not your mama, don't want to be your mama. And that's why a lot of y'all get left and hurt. Because instead of trying to fix that relationship with your mama, you be out here trying to make us your mama. We not your mama. And we don't want to be your mama. And when we have to be your mama, we will leave you. Before we be your mama, we will leave you by yourself. Just like men get in relationships and don't want to be the daddy. I don't want to be your daddy. I want to be your man. Women are the same way. When we are in a relationship with you, we, of course, are nurturing and caring, but I don't want to care for you the way your mama do. With my husband, I'm not his mama. His mama's still alive. If you need that mama touch, you need to go talk to your mama. I'm your wife. There's a difference. And those type of things, you need to figure those out. Is he a mama's boy? Is he going to look for me to replace his mama? You need to figure those things out before y'all get married. Or while y'all in a relationship. You need to be finding out, how, because I don't want no mama's boy. Because I'm not your mama. And I really do believe that August Alsina was looking to Jada to be his mama. His mama, the person he slept with, the person that loved him. He seemed like he was clingy. I'm going to cling on to you. And Jada was like, no, you're not. Because I'm already having problems and I don't need you to be another weight around me. Now, was Jada right to get into this relationship with this young man when she had just got out of, her and her husband are separated? This was a time when she should have just went dark and tried to figure out what was going on between her and Will. And I do believe that Will was probably out doing his own thing because there are, murmurings around that Will has a girlfriend in the UK or, whatever. So I feel like she should have just tried to get herself together instead of, because it was interesting that she, instead of using the word relationship at first, she said she had an entanglement with him. And I do want to bring up one thing also. Will and Jada are both actors. Okay? They're both actors. So, and Red Table Talk is her show. So, I'm pretty sure they sat down, the two of them, with producers or whatever, and figured out what they would talk about, how they would talk about it, how they would present it, because she was kind of cueing off of what Will was saying because they were having a dialogue back and forth. They're both actors. Okay. So I don't believe that we will ever get the real story. We will get the story that they want to tell. The one that they want us to hear. Because Will even said in the Table Talk interview that this really wasn't y'all business. But since Black Twitter went off, let's just tell them something. Because you know how y'all are. Y'all ain't gonna stop when you got something on, when y'all got something in your craw, you ain't gonna stop talking about it until somebody makes a statement. We live in a society where if something happens, somebody needs to make a statement. So this was their statement. She basically said it was true. And they have moved on. She said that this happened years ago, and she doesn't really understand why, at this point, this situation has even come up again. Because she said that they haven't talked in years. So, I don't know. Their situation is interesting. And one thing that I do not think, I think that Jada sounds good. You know, she's one of those people that has a good resume. Your resume looks perfect. Because see, we can make anything sound good on paper. We can. You know, if you get the person, a really good person to write your resume, to do your resume good, you can sound great. That's why we have an interview process. Because see, you can't, coming out your mouth, you can't, if this don't translate with the written resume, you're not going to get the job. And I believe that Jada got a good resume. But behind all of that pretty makeup, perfect skin, nice body, she talk good. But inside of that is a very broken steel person. And when I mean broken steel, I mean she's still broken. She just sound good. It's like when you go to a used car lot, they got these beautiful, shiny cars. They didn't put the wax and then got all the dents and then cleaned the inside real good. And then you get in the car and start it up and it sound good. You drive the car for a week and find out you didn't got a limit. The majority of cars on these little generic used car lots are lemons, but they look so good on the outside. And here we go with people looking at Jada and Will going, relationship goals, relationship goals. I want a marriage like that, like theirs. I want to be like them, not knowing that they can't even stand each other. They was on the verge of a divorce. Is it really relationship goals? You look at them and want to be like them because you want their money and their fame. But do you want their problems too? Because I don't want to be in a relationship where my husband is cheating. I don't want to be in an open relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to, be worried about my relationship status, or I have to go outside of my marriage to find someone to make me happy. Then what did I get married for? If I'm still trying to figure out how to be happy, why did I get married? Y'all need to stop looking at these celebrities and saying, oh, relationship goals, relationship. No, that's not a goal. Your goal should not be with someone and then you got to get somebody else because that someone that you chose don't make you happy. And a lot of it is yourself. You're not happy. You're not, and if you're not happy, you won't be happy with anybody. You won't be happy with nobody. You won't be happy with a rich dude. You won't be happy with a poor dude. You won't be happy with a middle class dude. You won't be happy with a white dude. You won't be happy with a black dude. You won't be happy with a Mexican dude. You're not going to be happy with anybody because you're not happy. And that's where Jada is. Jada is a pretty, unhappy, rich woman. Broken, unhappy woman. And there you see, money don't make you happy. Because Will and Jada are a classic example. They rich, Hollywood rich, and they're still not happy. All that money, and they couldn't figure out how to be happy with each other. Jada still ain't happy. Jada can lie in front of that red table. She can lie in front of a purple table, a blue table, whatever. She not happy. She's not happy. And I don't know Jada's story. I happened to watch one of their other table red table talk issues, and Will was talking about growing up watching his father beat his mother and what he endured as a child. And ladies, I'm going to tell you now, if you get with a man that says he watched his father beat his mother and his father beat him, and that man has not had any type of therapy and has not worked on himself, you are in for a roller coaster ride in your relationship or marriage. Because normally, what you see in your household is what you think is right. And if Will was beat by his father and watched his father beat his mother, you figure out the rest. And not one time in that table talk discussion did Will say that he, went to therapy and worked through those issues that he dealt with or that he endured. So Jada, broken for whatever reason, gets with a man that is broken for obvious reasons, and they have a broken marriage. And she cheats. And I'm pretty sure he does also. And this is one time that the person that she was with came forward and told the secrets. And I don't understand why they didn't have some type of what a non-disclosure agreement or something. I'm not just if I was at that level, there's no way in the world I'm just going to be out here cheating and you're not going to sign a non-disclosure or something. We're not going to be like, oh yeah, I'll never tell. No, because you will tell. You will get mad and you will tell. Or you will get hurt and you will tell, like August Alsina did. He got hurt and he spilled the beans. And so Jada had to, get in front of this situation to make it not look bad on her part. But the one thing I do like is that she was honest. She took accountability for what she did. She did not, I talked about that, Mara. She never said that it was his fault. She never disrespected him in any way. She was able to keep the conversation on herself, which I admire. Because she can't tell his story. She can't say why he decided to speak on the situation now. She couldn't tell his story. So she told hers, which I admire her for. I admire her for just telling her story, telling her side, because she can't speak for him. So it was, if you have Facebook, I'm pretty sure someone's going to upload this whole situation to YouTube. I'm pretty sure someone will. If you don't have a Facebook and can't go over to Facebook to look at the situation. Now, my thing is, I'm really wondering, has August Alsina, has he had any counseling? Really on both of their parts. Jada talks like she's been in counseling. She has because she has the terminology. She speaks like she's been in counseling or she's studied some form of counseling or something. But we can all sound good. We can about make anything sound good if we study it or we read about it, or we're just one of those people that make things sound good. And the way she speaks is so caring and knowledgeable and spiritual. She has those deep, yes. She reminds me of a younger Iyanla Vanzant. Not as deep as Iyanla, but a younger, she can appeal more to the younger people. But she has that deep, yes, let me, the soft tones, knowing when to pause in her speech, knowing when to let the other person, get their feelings out. You know what I mean? She is that. And I look at that like, is she acting or is that really you? Because to me, if that's really you, you should have a better relationship with your husband. If all of that, yes, I know, and all of that good stuff that she speaks, why is your marriage a wreck? So, are you putting on for the camera? Is all of this just an act? Because we know you're an actor. So, are you acting? Obviously, you acting because your marriage was in shambles. You said they both said that. Will Smith said, no, I was on the plan to never speak to you again. Huh? I thought y'all had that marriage. We will never separate. We will never divorce. You may be on one side of the house and I may be on the other, but we gonna stay together forever. What happened to that? Will just said today that no, I was never gonna talk to you again. So where is the truth in that? The truth is, these are two actors. Stop looking up to people that you don't know. Relationship goals my foot. Who wants to be in a relationship where the people don't even want to talk to each other? She having sex with somebody, he having sex with somebody, but they last names is still Smith. Girl, bye. I'm sorry. I cannot deal with that. I can't deal. You are definitely not a relationship goal for me. Because I want to be with my husband, and I don't want my husband to be with nobody but me. That's my relationship. And I used to think, okay, well, this works for them. You know what I mean? Open, because I had always heard that they weren't in an open relationship. So I thought that this relationship worked for them. It didn't work for them. They were on the road to a divorce. And if you are on the road to a divorce, it ain't working. It ain't working. Don't tell me it's working because it's not. Okay? When a relationship is working, you're not on the road to divorce. Now, if you crazy, you believe that divorced relationships work. I'm going to tell you this. If you get into a marriage with someone that has been married before and they have not figured out why that first marriage didn't work, if they have not taken out the time to understand why their first marriage failed, the marriage with you will fail also. It can't work. If you're in a relationship with a man and he just jumped out, he just got divorced, and he has not figured out why that relationship with his wife did not work, it ain't gonna work with you. Because he ain't worked on himself. He just jumped out of that relationship and didn't, he ready roll. He just jumped out the bed and went to work with the same clothes he had on. He ain't even take them clothes off and put them in the laundry, put on no new clothes or nothing. You don't want to be in a ready roll relationship. You want to be with someone that has taken the time to figure out why that relationship didn't work. What did I do? What did I contribute to this divorce? What did the other person contribute to the divorce? This is what I take accountability for. This is where I feel like the other person messed up. If they can't do that, your relationship is doomed to fail. And if you get into a relationship with someone and they put all the blame on the other person and they're not taking accountability for anything, your relationship is doomed to fail. Because even though I was in my first marriage was extremely abusive, I still took accountability for the things that I didn't do in that marriage. For one, I didn't know how to cook. My first husband, used to come over to the house all the time. And I don't know why he thought that I had cooked. I was living with my mama. My mama was cooking. You was eating my mama's cooking. And so when he came over to the house, when we got married and he realized I couldn't cook, that was our first problem. I was not a good cook. I was extremely young. I was 21 when we got married. I had been I left my mama's house and got married. So I went from my mama's house to having a husband. And right after I had a husband, I had a kid. I had a baby. It was too many responsibilities. It was too much. I could not handle it. It was too much for me. And I realized that. And I took accountability for the fact that I didn't know how to cook. I wasn't the best house cleaner. We was working, both of us. Then we had this baby. It was just too many responsibilities for me at 21 years old, 22. By the time I had my first son, it was just too much. I felt overwhelmed. And I realized that was a part of what was making my first husband angry. Now, how he dealt with that anger was on him. That was his choice to get that angry over some, what I thought was really simple things. But I took accountability for what I felt was my part in the demise of our marriage. My second husband, before we got married, we sat down and we talked about those things. He told me why he felt like his marriage, he took accountability for everything. That was one of the reasons why I loved him so much. He did not blame his wife for everything. He never called her out her name. To this day, he's still, respectful of her. Never, oh, that B, blah, blah, blah. Never. Because, see, if he'll call her a B, he'll call me one. So you want someone that is able to take accountability for their past relationships, for their past failed relationships. And if they can't do that, then they're not the right person. You're setting yourself up for marriage failure, relationship failure. I'm giving you some, you know what? I'm dropping some nuggets. Y'all better take it too. But let's look. Somebody got deleted. I don't even care, y'all. The good thing about the stream, I can't see when people get deleted. Unless I look on my phone, I can't tell that people are getting deleted. Why are they getting deleted? What are they saying? Let me see. What are they? Oh, you're stupid. Okay. They just being stupid. So let's pull a card for August. And this is from the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Let's first let's pull a card from the Trust Your Vibes deck first, because after seeing this broadcast, I'm pretty sure that August is going to have some feelings. I would not be surprised if he did not do another interview after Jada's response. I really would. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back and had some things to say about what she said. Well, let's see what the spirits are saying about him. August Alsina. Oh. Honey, walk it off. Walk it off. It is telling you, August, leave it alone, sweetheart. Walk it off. Walk away from this entire situation with your spirit guides behind you. Anytime a card comes up and your spirit guide is behind you, they are telling you they are coming to kind of gently push you on. Keep going. Keep walking. They gonna stay back there until you walk out of this situation. Every time you kind of stumble, they're going to give you a little gentle nudge to keep on going. Walk this situation off, August. Let this go. Because this is a no-win situation. Because I'm telling you, as an older woman, once we make up our minds about a situation, we normally don't go backwards. We don't. And Jada doesn't have to. She has made up her mind. She is going to say with her husband, there's no room for you. Walk this off. Put your feet on the earth. Let Mama Earth heal you and walk away. Your spirit guides are saying they are behind you 100% for you to go in the opposite direction. Walk away. Walk this off. Sometimes when we have a lot on our minds, it's best that we just walk, get those things off our minds, walk away from the situation. Your spirit guides are there to help you they're going to push you along the way. Sometimes the situation that you're in gets tiring and we fall, but our spirit guides are there to pick us up. Come on, you can make it. Just like when you are teaching a baby how to walk, the parents are normally there just to catch the baby. We don't want our babies to fall and hurt themselves. Neither do our spirit guides. They're there to gently pick us up when we fall. But they want us to get up and walk. Just like you want your babies. You don't want your babies to fall and hurt themselves. But when they do fall, you want them to get up and try it again because you know that they have to learn how to walk. And we have to learn these, these hurtful experiences are part of our growth. So he needs to walk away from this situation. Don't bring this situation up anymore. Because him talking about the situation, if he's not dealing with it professionally or really speaking to a therapist, just him coming out talking about the situation is not helping him, because he's reliving all of these hurts in interview form. So walk away from it. That's deep. That is so deep that the spirits are telling him to walk it off. Walk away. And I really hope that he does, because it does seem like Jada has done that. It seems like, she's went on with her life. Jada got kids to raise, and August got kids. You got kids. Take care of your kids. I think he has, 3 daughters? Take care of your kids. You want to get into something? Get into your kids. Do that. Take care of your children. Renew the relationship that you have with your children. Because sometimes when you put so much love into, one person, like you put all of your eggs in one basket, then all the other baskets are empty. So while he's out chasing Jada, he's got kids out here who are not getting anything. Give that to them. One more. Jada Pinkett Smith. Ooh. That's it. She is the boss in this situation. And she handled this situation like she is the boss. She come in, she told her truth the way she wanted to, on her turf, on her show, with her husband. That was definitely a boss move. Definitely. She did that. And I applaud her for that. It was definitely a boss move. Because I really believe that they wrote out what they wanted to release. Parts that they didn't, I'm pretty sure, were cut out of the show. All of these shows are edited. Even some of my videos are edited. You can tell the videos that I make that are edited. These videos are live. Of course, they're not edited. But if I do put this video up and it's something that I want to cut out, I can go into the YouTube studio and cut that out of the video. You can edit it. And if you think that her show today was not highly edited and scripted, you don't understand Hollywood. They told us what they wanted us to know. But this was a real situation. And she did say that it was real. These are real people's lives. These are real people's feelings. And just because they're rich, y'all go into that, Hollywood, everybody in Hollywood is weird. They all a bunch of weirdos, but they're human. They're human beings with brains and hearts, and they think and they love and they process information. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You see that money does not make you happy. You can have millions of dollars and still be conflicted and messed up in the mind. Jada has proven it. Will Smith too. They both got some issues. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I would rather be poor and in love and in a successful relationship than to be rich and searching and not knowing who I am, not knowing who I'm going to sleep with tomorrow. I don't have to worry about who I'm going to sleep with. My husband come home every night. We ain't rich people. We ain't in Hollywood. But I don't have to worry about who I'm going to sleep with, what I'm going to do, how we going to... No, I don't worry about that. Don't. My husband is extremely intelligent. He is very well read. If you saw our library, you would be like, God, dog, I didn't know black people read like that. Yes, we read books. We're very intelligent people. We talk to each other. We talked to each other before we got married. I didn't just think, oh my God, he's so gorgeous. He can do... No, I want to know what that mind do. Because we're going to spend more time outside of the bedroom than we do inside the bedroom. What do that mind do? I don't care what that mouth do. Yeah, I do. But what do this do? How do you think? That's what I care about. So let's see. In the tarot deck, August Alsina. So, this is interesting. So he got the Star. Now I'm going to tell you what the book says for the Star. And then I will give you my interpretation. Because normally when people do these card readings, they have a tendency to show you the card and not even give you the meaning of the card. Then what are you doing a reading for? You're just going to... I know that these tarot cards, you come up with your own interpretation, but I want to also hear the interpretation of the maker of the card. What does the actual card itself mean? What does that mean? Because all of the cards have a meaning. So the Star. Darkness has turned into light. The Star is peaceful and content in her nudity. She has been born anew and become stronger from her trials. She is free and unburdened, not trying to balance or control anything, but is happily pouring her cup full of life, energy, and love out into the world. The abyss, symbol of creativity and inspiration, flies high in the sky above her, and the stars shine brightly for her. It says, despair has turned to hope. Your wounds are healing, your scars are fading. So bask in the time of peace and serenity. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Let yourself be free and accept these calm moments. The earth and everyone around you will rejuvenate you, comfort you, and fill you with joy. You are a shining beacon of possibility, so dream big and wish on that shooting star. that is perfect for him. So this should be a time for him to heal. We know that he's talented. He's a very talented young man. So this is just time for him to do some healing, internal healing. I know that he has a very serious disease, so he has to stay as stress free as possible. It says that that dark period that he was in is over. Darkness has turned to light. That's what the stars do at night. They bring light through the darkness. You can always go outside at night if you live in an area that's not foggy, like where we live. When it's not foggy, you can go out and see the twinkling of the stars. They bring light. His dark period is over. It's time for him to shine. And I really hope that he can heal enough to shine. That he has really healed, or he is in the process of healing, and that he can move forward and shine. All of the trials and tribulations, all of those bad things that he's been through, because it does really look like he had a really turbulent past with his mother, his father. I think he had a brother that got killed or something. And it seems like his past was extremely turbulent. And sometimes we allow our past to weight us down. We don't know how to unshackle from our past. If I allowed my past to shackle me down, I would be an alcoholic. My mother was an alcoholic. I did everything in the world not to become an alcoholic. I was not going to allow her alcoholism to wreck my life. I have lived my entire life, since I found out my mother was an alcoholic, which was probably around 9 or 10 years old, is when I realized that. Then I was like, oh, my mom's a drunk, you know, like I didn't understand the term alcoholic. When I got older, okay, I understood the term alcoholic. But from 9 or 10 years old, I fought to never be a drunk. Never. I never wanted my life to be like my mother's. And if you don't fight to change things, your past will shackle you. Your past will strangle you. Your past will hold you captive if you let it. So I'm really hoping that he is able to see the light, because sometimes the light is there and we can't see it. We're still too busy holding on to shoulda, woulda, coulda, instead of living and prospering. And this card is saying that it's there. It's there for him to be successful. It is there. The light is shining on you. It's there for you. The healing is there for you. The light is there. The success is there. It's all there. But he has to be able to take it. If he can't take it, he won't get it. There are a lot of people that have been put in positions of success and not been able to handle them. That's why a lot of celebrities commit the S. And you're not supposed to say that word on YouTube. That's why they do that. Because they can't handle success. They cannot handle it. And we look at them like they have it all. And they do. But they can't handle it. Everybody is not meant to handle a certain level of success. It's overwhelming. But we can't see it because we're not dealing with that. We're living just a regular life. And we think because people are rich and successful, they can handle anything. But no, they're real people just like we are. And they can't handle that level of success because it's not meant for everybody. And it looks like it's meant for him. He is a shining star. But he's got to get his life together. And it really does look like Jada was trying to help him get his life together. She tried to help him. I really do believe that Jada did not go into this situation trying to hurt him. In my heart of hearts, I see her as a helpful person. But like I said, Jada's a free bird. And she's not one of those women that you can just tie down. Jada's probably got a little bit of Oshun in her. People love her. And she will love you too. Until she don't. And she will pass you on. So all y'all people out here wanting to be, oh, I want to be a child of Oshun. Oshun will love you, will protect you, will take care of you. And then one day she just won't. She will give you to one of her sisters to take care of. And then you'll be like, well, where did my mama go? Oh, she's busy. That's Jada. I will do whatever I can for you while I'm loving on you. But when I get to the point where you become too much for me, I will let you go. I know the feeling because I have been there. I have been that woman. I will do everything I can for you. But when you start to love me too much, I got to get away from you. You freaking me out. I'm not that anymore. But when I was younger, I was. Dismiss you so quick. But the difference with Oshun is she will make sure that you're taken care of. I can't take care of you. But I'm going to give you to somebody that I know will take care of you. I got to go. I got to go love somebody else. But my sister's going to take care of you. She's going to love you. And if something happens, trust and believe. I will drop everything in the world to come back and check on you. But I just can't. You can't smother me. That's Oshun. And I believe that that's Jada. Jada will love you unconditionally until she don't. Okay? So y'all leave Jada alone. Leave her alone. And Will too. Let them people work out their marriage. That's their marriage. If Will happy, I'm happy. If Jada happy, I'm happy. August Alsina, sweetheart, I want you to get you a good therapist and work through your past traumas and figure out what it was. What is it that's making you latch on to people? Okay? That's what I want him to do. And I want Jada to keep doing what she doing. Girl, I my hope is that her and will stay together and make this work. But if they don't, I hope they continue to love each other. If it don't work, I hope that they are mature enough to love each other if it don't work. And that's where I was messed up when Will Smith said, I was at a point where I thought I would never speak to you again. That's not what a husband says. It's not. All of that, we love each other, we this, we that. No, I don't believe any of that anymore because Will spoke his truth. We were done. My plan was to never speak to you again. That's it. So all of that stuff that they have said in the past about our thing is never to divorce. You could be on one side of the house, I'll be on the other, but we gonna stay together. All that was a lie. This sounds good. It does. It sounds good. But it's a lie. And I need y'all to stop looking at these people and holding them on some pedestal that they can't even live up to. They can't live up to that. And they try. They give it their all, but they can't live up to that. So I wish nothing but the best for all three of them. The kids, everybody. Like Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everybody black. White folks, if y'all are here, don't get mad, but I am. I hope nothing but the best for all of them. I hope August gets some help. I hope Jada. Oh, you real late, Moth Mama, because I'm about to go. I hope that August gets the help that he needs. I hope that Jada and Will work on themselves separately and as a couple, because I think they still have some issues. They still have some hurdles. You know, it something that Will Smith said also in that interview is, I have to get you back. So that's kind of saying, I have to hurt you the way you hurt me. That lets me know that their relationship is, he has not healed. And she said, well, you already got me back. And he was like, no, I didn't. So obviously, he was very hurt. Very hurt. And he wants to hurt her the way she hurts him. And then I think he'll feel like they're even. But if you're in a relationship with a man and he is playing that tit for tat, I want to hurt you like you hurt me, your relationship is over. It's over. Because see, if we're back together and you still have it in the back of your mind that you want to hurt me like I hurt you, we're not going to make it. Because then when you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you again. But you already hurt me. Okay, but you hurt me this time. So I'm going to hurt you again. And it's just going to be this extremely unhealthy cycle between the two of them. They need to just go on and divorce. If that's what they're going to be doing, if they're going to spend the rest of their marriage hurting each other, then they need to go on and get a divorce. I don't want them to, but it doesn't sound healthy. Let me see some of the comments on the um um okay, I don't okay. Um I get so easily distracted. It is so much going on in my life. Let me see some of the comments on the shade room. Somebody said they laughing, but Will ain't playing. See, somebody said he is dead ass about to get her back. People are saying, so now Will wants an entanglement too. Someone said, I'm confused. The narrative is that they were separated, but Will seems pretty hurt. Something isn't adding up. That's the same thing I said. So they put the narrative out that they're separated. If y'all separated, legally separated, then while you separated, you do what you want to do. And when you get back together, it's cool, right? But I don't think they were separated. They were not separated when this stuff first happened. They weren't separated. Somebody said they both lying. Will looks sad. Some people are saying this is cringy. So someone said, why is he acting like he didn't have a girlfriend he was traveling around the world with? This is why y'all can't use these celebrity relationships as goals. Y'all never know what's going on behind closed doors or what them prayers y'all be asking that people did comes with. It's weird. The last part of the interview is where Will said, haha, now I gotta get you back. That kind of threw the whole thing off for me. Because see, if he wants to get her back, then he's not healed. You hurt. Will wasn't expecting that. And something happened before the August Alsina. Something happened before that. Jada was doing something before that. Because Will said no, we was not gonna get back together. My plan was to never speak to you again. What she do? That's what he said on the interview. I'll put these in the wrong box. That's what he said in the interview. So something's going on with him. Reese said, I think Jada must have done dirt first, and then they decided to stay married, but stay and have open marriage. No, I think that they separated because Jada did something. If you're in an open marriage, there's no reason for you to separate because both parties know that there will be some outside dealings. What reason is there to separate if there's an open marriage? That doesn't make any sense. So something else happened before this August stuff. Oh yeah. Um what was that show? Because but no, I think it was no, because that was years ago when they said that she had cheated with Mark Anthony. Because they did a show too. I actually liked that show too. I was really mad when that show got canceled. But they said that she had cheated with him. So yeah, I mean that's what people were saying. But if you're in an open marriage, then there's no reason to separate. Is what I'm saying. Why would you separate if y'all in an open marriage? If both people agree that it's okay to go outside your marriage, then what are you separating for? Why would Will Smith say we had got to a point where I wasn't gonna talk to you no more? I wasn't even gonna speak to you no more. So what could she have done to push him to a point where he didn't even want to talk to you? You ain't even gonna talk to me? You ain't even gonna talk to me, dude? I don't think their marriage has ever been open. I don't. Not from this interview. Their marriage has never been open. That's some rumor, I think. I don't think it's been open. I think they Will Smith really cared about her. He said he didn't want another divorce because he had divorced his first wife. It didn't work out with his first wife. So why didn't it work out with his first wife? Because if he didn't fix those things, if he didn't fix those reasons why it didn't work out with his first wife, it wasn't gonna work out with Jada. And he said with his first wife, there were parenting issues. They wanted to raise the child differently. She wanted Will to come to like the parent teacher conferences and play ball with, and Will said, I ain't that type of daddy. Then why you out here having kids? If you're not going to participate in the mundane raising of a child, why you have a kid? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like they it doesn't sound like they were swingers. Something happened in that marriage that hurt Will for him to say, I'm gonna get you back. But you guys have to watch um the interview for yourself and um see what you get out of the interview. I think Jada was messing up, then it went downhill, then they talked about open marriage. Yeah, I think she messed up to the point where Will left her and was doing his own thing. But I think whatever happened, Will was hurt behind. And I'm going to tell you, anytime you hurt a man and he want to hurt you, he's going to eventually hurt you. He is. And are you going to be willing to deal with that pain? Will their marriage endure that pain? Or will it really be over? Because he's going to hurt her. He said he was. I want to get you back. In a joking way, but serious. Because even she said, well, you already did. And he was like, nah. So their relationship looks interesting. I don't think that the Will in Jada that they show us, that's not them. That's not them. They're not that perfect Hollywood couple. I think Will took a lot of those things that he said he hated about his father. I think he got those things. He sounds good though. He can sound good. Him and Jada have the ability to put words together and make them sound good. But if you don't believe those things, you just sound good. You're just like I said, you're just like one of those used cars on a used car lot. Jada and Will are both very good looking used cars that have jacked up engines and transmissions. Both of them. They are used. Will Smith is a used G Wagon, and Jada is a used Jaguar. Very good looking, high performance car that has been dogged. Will Smith, very expensive car, the G Wagon. All of the celebrities want them. They only make so many a year. The inside is jacked up, but it looks super good on the outside. That's him. Will years ago stated that he was madly in love with her. Remember the Oprah interview when they first got it? He probably was. I'm telling you, Jada is one of those women that will make you fall in love. And she gonna love you for a minute, but not for a lifetime. And some things are not meant to last for a lifetime. They're not. And one thing that Will Smith said in one of his other interviews, he said that when he was little, his dad, in more than one word, he said that his dad beat him. And he said, I wasn't the child that needed to be beat. I was a really quiet spirit. And you have to be gentle with those type of men. They are easily hurt. And sometimes women, we look at guys that are tall and broad shouldered and muscular, and we forget that their feelings can be hurt. They are humans. They have feelings, they have emotions, they can be hurt. Some of you women have men that have been hurt so many times that they just out here hurting women. Shit, I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna get back at y'all. Take it out on. That's why a lot of these black men blame black women for everything because they done been hurt. And they feel like all black women gonna hurt them. All black women this, all black women that. Because you done met one or two black women that hurt you. That's their problem. So Will needs to do some healing or he gonna hurt her. Jada, you better watch him. Or you better go on and do like you said you was gonna do. Y'all just going to get a divorce. Jada stated that August reminded her of Tupac. Yeah, he probably did. Because I believe that underneath all of that rah rah ghetto hardcore, stuff that Tupac put out was a soft spirit whose mother was a crackhead and probably wasn't there when he really needed her. He was probably soft and gentle with Jada. He probably told her a lot of things that he couldn't tell other women because when he was with other women, he had to be Tupac. He couldn't be, I can't even remember his real name. He couldn't be his authentic self with other women. They probably expected him to be Tupac. And Jada allowed him to be who he really was. Jada probably has that type of nurturing spirit that, allows men to get comfortable. Once a man gets comfortable with you, he will tell you his whole life story. I've had men cry in my lap, telling me the things that they have been through in elementary school with their mothers, with their sisters. If a man feels comfortable with you and he feels loved by you and nurtured by you, he will tell you his life story. But you have to make him comfortable. You have to be a place where he can come and lay his head down and know that when he tells you these things, you won't hold them against him. You will continue to love him. And I think that's Jada. Men feel like that. They feel like, she loves me. No one has touched my heart the way that she has, the way she speaks to me, the way she listens to me. But when it gets overwhelming, because it can't, I've been with men that once they start to open up that floodgate, so much stuff comes out that you be like, oh, hold on, I'm drowning. Wait, I'm drowning. It's a flood. We started out in a bathtub full of emotions. And then it turns into the Pacific Ocean and it gets too much. Then I gotta let you go. Get away from me. I'm drowning. I can't live around you. Every time I get around you, I feel like I'm drowning. But I love you. You made me love you. Yes, I did. But I can't deal with you. And then you push them away. I believe that's what happened. Jada felt like she was drowning. She wanted to help him. She really did. I believe she did. If it wasn't for Jada, I don't think August probably would have gotten out the hospital and got the treatment and stuff that he did. She saved him. And then after she saved him, she was like, all right. Bye. Bye. So we have to be careful with our spirits, and we do. I'm extremely careful with my spirit. I'm not going to let you or anybody else drown me. That's why I put up sometimes the barriers that I do with people, because trust and believe. I get tired of hearing, Auntie, I love you. I can get you just there. You just like my, you this, you, can you do this? Can you, I don't know. I won't. I will block, delete, get away from everything. You can't send me an email. You can't do nothing. Because people will. They will pull you. They say that's why it takes a trained professional to save a drowning person, because a drowning person will drown you if you don't know how to save them, because they're trying to fight and flail. They will kill you if you don't know how to save them correctly. That's what lifeguards are for. And you're not going to drown me. I would get rid of you so quick. Bye, child. Oh, yeah, you late, sweetie. We done did the readings and everything. Yeah, I was addicted to helping people too. I did that in my 30s. I worked at a group home with girls between the ages of 7 and 18. I worked there for a while. I put everything that I had into that. And then I started working with adults who had addictions to drugs and alcohol. I worked with women first, and then I worked with men until it just became overwhelming for me. It really did. Because, like I said, when people are drowning, they will kill you in order to survive. And it just got to the point where I just got tired of nurturing people. Because at my last job, I was on call. You know, they could call me at night, and no, that got on my nerves. I was like, you know what? Let me quit this job before I get to the point where I don't care about nobody. You can only take so much. So I don't take in strays anymore. I don't take in strays. I don't take care of people. I'm not, the only people that I am actively nurturing are the people that are in my family or in my inner circle. I took in and took care of all of the strays in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'm in my 50s now. I'm taking the bulk of my time goes to my husband, and then my kids, my grandkids. Gizmo is in there with my husband. And anybody else that I choose to allow in to help, I will. But I set very strict boundaries with people. Because if you don't, they'll take, take, take. People will rob you blind. They will take everything they can. And the majority of people don't even say thank you. They don't want to pay you for your time or anything. And I will not allow that to happen. So that's it. I wish nothing but the best for Jada and August and Will. But I'm concerned about Will. I am. Because he's still hurt. He is still hurting. And I hope that he gets some help. You know, like really get some help. Unless they just playing in our face. And this whole thing is just an act. Because they're actors. You always got to throw that in there. That's always got to be in the back of your mind. They're actors. These are not real people. They're real people, but they're not like, you know, people like me and my husband. We ain't got no reason to be playing in y'all faces. Who knows? Yeah, sometimes you do have to leave family. Sometimes you do. Yeah, I mean, I do think that it happened. I do think it happened. But I don't think we'll ever hear the whole truth. We're getting the truth that they want us to hear. We're getting what they want us to, I think the whole red table talk, I think that whole thing was scripted and edited so that we heard what they wanted us to hear, the parts that they wanted us to hear. But I think it's a lot of truth in it. Yeah, August looks like it looks like he had some type of um drug addiction. She didn't say what it was, but she did mention addiction and his physical sickness in the Red Table Talk interview. She did mention that. She didn't say what it was, but she did mention it. And I do applaud. Um, I don't think Jada was doing drugs. Jada's body looked too good for her to be doing drugs. Now that I don't believe. I don't believe that. I don't think Jada is. I don't think Jada or Will are into drugs. Her body looks too good for that. I don't really want to put that out there. Um, I think he was doing drugs um, before they came, before he came to them. And it was probably something related to his sickness, like it could have been opioids or something like that, because it really does look like, I forgot, it's something wrong with his kidney. He has like some type of kidney condition. And he could have been in a whole lot of pain and, been doing them opioids and stuff. She drank a lot at one point. Yeah. I mean, I just don't really see her as like a drug addict. I mean, I don't think that August Alsina was a drug addict. I think he was probably on some type of opioids. Yeah, see, I don't look at weed as a drug like that. There's a lot of people smoke weed, so I'm not gonna say she a drug addict because she smoke weed. Well, I don't think everybody that do drugs is an addict. I take opioids. I've taken opioids and I've never been addicted to them. I take strong pain medications and I'm not addicted to them. I take them when I'm in pain. When I'm not in pain, I don't take them. Well, one, I do take every morning so that I don't have pain. But everybody that takes opioids are not drug addicted. Some people need um, pain meds to survive. People who, and they're not addicted. They're not an addict. I'm not an addict. I'm not addicted to anything. I take these medications so that my arthritis, so that I don't have flare ups, but I'm not an addict. And um, I don't like when people insinuate that. because that is a stigma that a lot of Black people have to deal with, especially people like myself who have sickle cell. And I go to the hospital, and white people don't want to treat me because they assume that I'm an addict and I'm just coming there for pain medicine when I'm in pain, and you should treat me as such. So I don't like when people say that everybody that takes drugs is an addict or has addict behaviors, because that's not true at all. Yeah, there are some people who have problems with opioids, but I'm not one of them. And I've taken all types of um, drugs and not had a problem with it. Yeah, I have sickle cell trait, but I do have a lot of pain issues, and I've taken all kind of drugs, all kind, morphine, everything in the hospital. They've given me morphine, all kind of stuff to get my pain levels down. Toradol, everything. Gabapentin. I done took all kind of drugs, and I'm not addicted to any of them. If I run out, I'm not trying to break into the pharmacy or beat somebody over their head to take their pills or anything like that. I deal with it just like the majority of other people in the world do. But we live in a world where people believe that everybody that take opioids are addicted to them. That is the stereotype that the media wants you to understand or believe. All Black people that take opioids are addicted to opioids and you're addicts. And no, that's not true. Yeah, I've taken Vicodin, everything. And Vicodin don't do me like it do other people. I've talked to people that said, yeah, I was addicted to Vicodin when I first started taking them. The doctor gave me Vicodin for this, and I got addicted. I don't get high off of Vicodin. I've taken Vicodin for a long period of time. I mean, for so long that the doctor just was like, okay, we're going to switch you up to take something else because you really shouldn't take Vicodin for an extended period of time because it can eventually start to mess with your liver and kidney. So I stopped taking it, but I wasn't addicted to it. When I stopped taking it, I just moved on to something else with no problem. So she said, not Boku said he was taking Xanax, ecstasy, weed, and alcohol all at once, falling down and couldn't remember nothing the next day. Yeah, they did say that. I did see a video where he passed out at a concert and he said that he was dehydrated, and people were saying that um, he was on drugs at that time. I don't think we get as addicted to opioids, etc. A lot of people of other black. No, we do. There are Black people that have opioid addictions, but I just ain't one of them. She said I throw up for taking a leave makes me. I can't mess with a leave either. A leave makes me constipated real bad. Like a leave gets up in my stomach and just sucks all the moisture out and just binds up everything. So I stopped taking. I don't take a leave. I leave that alone. Have you seen the flood in China? No. It's flooding now? Would they have a tsunami? Was it today? I haven't I haven't looked at any news for one thing. I haven't even had my TV on all day today. So I haven't watched any news. Ooh. Oh, okay. It says from late May of 2020, heavy seasonal rain started to cause floods in China. During June, the floods affected primarily the southern regions, impacting the lives of millions of people. For July, further heavy rains are expected to hit central and eastern parts of China. Also, Wuhan was reported to be flooded. China has always had periods of heavy rain and flooding. I don't think that this is any different from what they've had in past years. They've always had periods of torrential rain in certain parts of China. And because they don't, have not irrigation systems, but you know how we have those little drainage systems for, the water to drain underground or whatever. They don't have that in, you know, some other countries. So the water just settles. When they get heavy rain, the water just settles. We have systems in place where, when we get real heavy rains, a lot of the water drains underground or, whatever. It doesn't just settle in the streets. I mean, there are some areas where, yeah, there is flooding, but yeah, China, their whole um, area is just not set up for us, like us. It's not set up for um, torrential rains and stuff. But the good thing about their system is, like, they only get rain like that for a short period of time, and then you know it'll be over. They have seasons of really bad weather. What's up, little dude? You ready to come out? Hmm? You ready to come out? Your little bed not down now. Wait till I get off, okay? You gonna come out in a minute, okay? I'm gonna let you out. So I'm gonna go because Gizmo, I guess, is ready to come out. So I'm going to say a prayer for Jada and Will. I want them to work. I really like them together. I always did. And still say a prayer for that young lady that is missing. They did not find her body so far today. I don't think. What's her name? Maya. I don't want to say her name wrong. I'm so horrible when it comes to names. Say a prayer for her that um, her body is found, because they're saying at this point, um, Naya, I don't know why I want to keep calling her Maya, Naya Rivera. Um, Say a prayer for her that her body is found and that she is returned to her family. This situation, I don't know, for some reason, I kind of feel like she did this on purpose. I really do. And I think that they're going to find a note or something that says that this was done purposely. So pray for her family and her child. She has a small child. I don't work with angels, so I have no idea what the Archangel Michael can do because I don't work with angels. Um, so I'm gonna go, y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do the crystal thing. I just wanted to talk about the Jada situation while it was still fresh. But tomorrow we will talk about we'll do the crystal readings. I'm gonna do something with these nails because they starting to look a little cuckoo chew. They look good on camera, but up close they starting to look horrible. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.